Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating companies out there, Rocket Lab. And let me tell you, its investment case is, well, it's complicated. I mean, if you just glance at them, Rocket Lab looks like an absolute home run, right? They're a leader in the new space economy. They've got a fantastic track record. And get this, they posted 78% year-over-year revenue growth in 2024. 78%. That is the kind of number that tells you a company is just firing on all cylinders. But if business is so good, why is their stock seen as such a huge gamble? Well, that's the puzzle, isn't it? It's this central mystery that has Wall Street analysts totally divided. All right, let's get into it, because to really understand what's going on, you have to see Rocket Lab as two completely different companies crammed under one roof. It's got this split personality. So let's unpack that. We're going to call this the tale of two Rocket Labs. Okay, so on one side, you have the proven operator. This is the part of the company that's reliable, launching rockets, building satellites, and bringing in actual real revenue. But on the other side, you've got the venture bet. This is the wild side, burning through cash on massive R&D and betting the entire farm on one single new project. So first, let's dig into part one, the proven operator. This is the successful, money-making side of the company we were just talking about. This part of the business really rests on two solid pillars. You've got their launch services, which is all about the workhorse Electron rocket. I mean, this thing is the second most launched rocket in the entire US. And then you have their space systems division, which is just exploding. They're building everything from critical satellite parts to whole spacecraft for huge customers, like the US Space Development Agency. And this chart, it really drives the point home. Look at that, a balanced $1 billion backlog. That's $1 billion in future work already lined up. And what's really key here is that it's not all launches. Almost 60% of it comes from that space systems division, which is a fantastic, stable source of income. But all of that stability, all of that steady revenue, it's all being funneled into something way, way riskier. And that brings us to part two, the all-in bet. So even with all that money coming in the front door, the company burned through over $55 million in cash in a single quarter. Just gone. Which leads to the obvious question, right? Where on earth is all that money going? It is all being poured into this, the Neutron rocket. This is not just another project. This is a company-defining moonshot. It's a next-gen, medium-lift reusable rocket designed to do one thing: compete directly with SpaceX's Falcon 9. We're talking about launching huge satellite constellations. It's a total game-changer, if it works. And this slide, this is where it all clicks into place. Look at that valuation. Rocket Lab is trading at a price-to-sales ratio of around 56. Its peers, they're at about 5.8. That's a nearly 10 times premium. You don't get that kind of valuation for the business they have today. No way. Wall Street is pricing this stock as if Neutron is already a guaranteed spectacular success. And that crazy valuation, well, it creates a massive showdown between the optimists and the pessimists. You've got the bull case versus the bear case. So the bulls, the optimists, they look at this and say, look, Neutron is a game changer. If it works, it could literally double the company's revenue. They also point to that solid space systems business as a kind of safety net, a moat that provides stability. And they'll tell you that being a trusted partner for the US government is a huge, huge advantage. But the bears, they see a company walking a tightrope. They'll tell you, hey, developing new rockets is insanely hard, and any major delay could be fatal for a company burning this much cash. Plus, they're not competing in a vacuum. They're going up against SpaceX. And with a stock price that high, there is absolutely zero room for error. It is priced for perfection. Okay, so you have these two really compelling but completely opposite arguments. So what's the verdict from the analysts? Where does the professional analysis land? While the final rating is neutral. Basically, a hold. It is the ultimate wait and see, because the potential upside and the potential downside are just so perfectly balanced on a knife's edge. And this quote really sums it all up. The stock effectively trades as a call option on the success of the Neutron rocket. Think about what that means. You're not buying a piece of the company that exists today. You're making a high-risk bet on a single event in the future. It's less like buying a traditional stock and more like buying a lottery ticket with really interesting odds. And that brings us here. This is maybe the most critical timeline in the entire space industry right now. You see all these dates, progress updates, commercial launches, but really it all comes down to one single moment in late 2025, the Neutron maiden flight. That is the make-or-break moment for the entire company. You know, a successful flight basically validates the entire company's strategy overnight. It proves the bet was worth it. But a failure? A failure could be absolutely catastrophic. So the entire company is betting it all on Neutron, which leaves us with the billion-dollar question. Will the bet pay off?